Completely forgot to show this. We did this on like Monday of last week, but I guess we can see now because nothing's been done since then, but we put a skim coat. Caitlin put a skim coat right here where the cabinet will be. So from a camera's glance, it looks pretty good actually, but if you get up close here, you can see there's a lot to be done in finish work. A lot of sanding because there's a lot of high spots, low spots, and little streaks right here from the taping knife. And so this was a good test though. I think once it's sanded down, it should look a lot better. And then for the rest of the wall, what we're actually gonna end up doing is actually thinning it out with some water, the joint compound, and rather than actually slopping it on with a tape knife like we kind of did right there, we're gonna get it thin enough that we can actually roll it on with a paint roller, so that way it gets spread around much more uniform, and that we're not gonna have high spots, low spots, and just scraping all of the excess off. Well, we got more exterior paint. Finally got another quart of that color matched, and so we're finishing this part of the wall. We had gotten up to about here, and so I just finished the trim side of things just to make sure so I can get the tape off. We got some nice clean lines right there, but now we got to finish the rest of this. Give us a plant update.
Last weekend on Facebook Marketplace we found some dragon fruit. 4 different plants, or 4 different pots, 1, 2, 3, 4, for only $10. Then the lady is also selling this garden bed for $65, normally like $200, $300 on Amazon. It's not a bad deal. We're gonna do some veggies. We got some seeds today, some lettuce, what else? Kale. And then maybe some zucchini and watermelon. We'll see.
We'll see what fits all in there.
Yeah, but it's self-watering from the bottom, which looks pretty cool. So eventually get this planted and started and find a place for these guys. At least maybe 1 or 2 in this planter with the trellis we're building. We still need to frame out the top. We just got the lumber this morning, so go ahead and do that. But another plant update, some of the bulbs I planted a few weeks ago are coming up, which I'm really excited about. We have,
Oh, sorry.
some, I think, ranunculus bulbs, and then this might be one of the lilies right there. So they're coming up in all the different pots we have around the garden. Repotted my string of pearls because I think it got too waterlogged and the stems look dead. So hopefully it'll start growing roots from some of the strands. We have the ice cream beans that are growing out here and inside. So if anyone wants ice cream bean seedlings in like a couple weeks, hit us up. Apparently they turn into really big trees, so it's not like we can plant a bunch.
Yeah.
I cut back the tomato that I've had since last year, but it's regrowing from the base, so that's really exciting. Pomegranate is kind of growing. I think this turns into more of like a bushy structure, so you already see one branch coming out here. The top doesn't look too happy, but we'll see how to keep that going. The peach is exciting because it's starting to get some bloom buds and then some leafy growth out of the sides too. So start to see that one go pretty soon. The sage has gotten a lot bigger. The milkweed is coming up. I planted some native seeds around here, so I'm going to start to see those in the next few weeks. But we're excited about the garden. And I'm not working inside, so sorry. I've just been out here.
I have not done that much this week. Actually doing more normal stuff, like bike-related stuff and not home improvement stuff, but we're back at it. It's bright enough that I can get rid of this side light that we have right here. And we're going to replace it with this, something a little more modern and hopefully something a little more brighter. But we'll find out when it gets dark. There we go. The panel is at least on with the LEDs. We'll put the cover on later, but siliconed around it because this is much more square up against a very rough exterior. So just wanted to fill in the top and the sides just to make sure that less chance of water getting in there. And while that's drying, we'll go back to this and finally switch this out. Since we were working on the side light, kept going with the exterior, and we had a bunch of nails here. This is where the old satellite dish was, and all sorts of random fasteners all over the place. So I pulled all of those out and we've filled them in with some textured caulking all along the top of this thing, and then over to the edge here, all the way down. So we'll let that dry, and then once that's dry, we'll patch it up so it'll be like they were never there. Isn't that right, Noodles? She's very jealous that I'm out here and she's not. Okay, so power's off, and I'm trying to discern what is going on here because previously we had noted that the sprinkler system was directly plugged into here, and by directly plugged in I mean that these two wires that were sticking out of this box, the bare strands were literally wrapped around the plug that was supposed to go into a wall outlet. That's really shoddy, but now I'm discovering even more. Look how wobbly it is. You see a screw right there? That's where it's mounted, and guess what it's mounted into? Cardboard! Oh my god. This outlet is held in by cardboard. There's a lot of things happening here, but I think what I can do is remove this box and the lovely cardboard job, and then put in an outlet that goes into the wall, not resting on top of it. I mean, we have a hole here, so perfect. That way we can put it in the wall, get this all covered up. Bonus, I'll have an outlet here for the TV. Well, we made some progress, and like I said, added an outlet. I got a single 1-gang metal frame so that it can be grounded, and it has punch outs on all sides. So I have a punch out here, punch out down here for the existing wires, and then this punch out to hold the transformer for the doorbell. And now everything is, as you can see, clearly wired correctly this time. Nothing exposed, I should say. And now we have a nice clean square that I can put some drywall over. And look at this, we have a closed wall with an outlet. So I kind of mudded around it and just put the outlet back in, so now the power is back on. Should have done this during the daytime, I think, now, because I was mudding in the dark basically with just one little light shining on it, but everything looks okay for now. And ta-da! Beautiful. So modern, so crisp.